This is Martin from Secret, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to the daily stock market analysis show, where we look at what happened in the market during the day and see what we can learn from the charts and plan for a better trade for the next day. Right. So we had a red day, a bearish day for the Nifty, but we have not. The market has not given up the 18K, and banks finally after 7 days of consolidation of doing nothing has now closed green, and we are still at a major crucial resistance breakout zone. Right, let's get in the charts and see what we can learn. So here's the weekly charts. We have almost broken out in the Nifty. Bank Nifty is still on the edge of a resistance on the top, which had been attempted multiple times, 3 or 4 times, and more than that, double of that in the case of Nifty. And here is the chart that is formed today. It's a buy on dip. We know that the Nifty had moved substantially with 2 major gap ups. Had a pullback the other day, and today was a continuation of that. But that's it. It has closed the gap, hit the gap, support breached, and then it has found the support. 7950 kind of zones, and then it bounced back. It was a buy on dip. The Nifty also has been doing nothing for 7 days. It has been showing almost red, except for a small doji somewhere in between, middle. And now today is a green bullish candle showing strength and closed green. Remember, the momentum is still in the bull zones. That's what's specifically stuck. Like 30 points lost in the Bank Nifty, flat close on an expiry day weekly, and Bank Nifty closed gaining in the green bullish candle, 152 points up, 0.37%. Intraday it was gap down initially for both, buy on dip, gap down, nearly less than 1% of gap down, and then completely reversed and could not hold that level of day's high, and then it was falling down in the case of Nifty, but Bank Nifty went range bound after that and then managed to close with some gains. That's the price action today. Otherwise, the price is about the moving average. All the moving average 20, 50, 100, 200 all clear. It's much above that. Some pullback also has happened after it has moved away from the moving average. So this retracement is over properly. But we are at a very crucial make or break zone. The crucial resistance at the weekly charts can clearly be seen. The week is going to end tomorrow, so that way tomorrow is also decisive. Whether this breakout will happen this week or market will form a indecisive candle today and then do the job the next week. I mean, we never know over the next weeks. That's up to the market to do. But we are at a resistance zone, and Nifty seems to have broken out from that zone, and Bank Nifty is still on the edge of breaking out. But both had to go together, and Bank Nifty was not doing anything at all last several days, but today it's green after 7 days of consolidation, you can see. A small green, but that's definitely positive. Levels to look out of the support resistance is the 18,179 resistance, previous swing high enough that 18,351 is a 2 resistance upside, and 79.92 the previous resistance. Now again acting as resistance up as a previous swing low, and then 17,839 is a gap support downside. So 2 supports, 792 and 780, 17,992 and 17,839. Bank Nifty 41,512 resistance upside and 41,678 resistance upside after that. 46,86 support remains, previous swing low, and 45,08 previous swing low after that. Volatile demands are showing that it's expansion on the upside on both indices and very much away from the 20-day medium. So upside more bullishness to continue is what the Bollinger Bands are indicating. Momentum indicators are showing that bullishness continues to be there in both, and although a small bearish, unconfirmed bearish momentum this can be seen, which is negative on the Bank Nifty only. Trend is on the bull zones, but it is weak in the case of Bank Nifty, weak strength, but the trend is bullish on both the indices on the short-term time frames. So overall, it's all positive, and GAVX also pulled up a little bit and closed below the 16 on expiry. 4.3% of pull-up happened just today. Futures OI is contradicting, with Bank Nifty showing more strength, although it was a short build-up that happened in the Nifty for sure. But remember, Nifty had multiple gaps in the last 2 days, and it had to pull up for trades. That's what happened. But The more important thing is that long build was happened today. Options OI, option levels may not be that relevant because the weekly expiry is going to start from tomorrow Friday after today's expiry of November 30th, November 10th expiry next. So the levels can be ignored, but for reference you can say it's between 18,000 and 19,000 where the highest put and call rating is in. 48,100 and 41,500 is where the Bank Nifty's highest put and call rating is in as of now, and the PCRs are bullish. One it's bullish on both the indices. Looking back to the sectoral performance today, IT and the auto sectors underperforms less than 0.5 to 1% of down move had happened. Reality performed 0.6. It's only sector that moved, and all the other sectors did flattish moves. And all the sectors are bullish on except the IT and reality. Right, they are still in the sideways. The fall in the sideways basically. IT was bullish, but yeah. None of them are in the bearish zones at least. Heavyweights, Reliance ICICI Bank performed. That's less than 0.5% of up only happened, but all the other heavyweights other than the Reliance and ICICI have closed right with less than 1.5 to 1.5% of downfall has happened. All the major heavyweights are in the bull zones momentum except these four stocks, ICICI Kodak, that remained to be in the sideways zones yesterday. Also and today also, and the Infy IT stocks, Infy and TCS also has fallen into sideways from the bull zones today. Right. So that's what sectoral performance, and then the expected momentum from the short term is what we saw. Right. So yeah, so none of them are in the bearish zones. Some of them climbed the bull, in the bull zones where others are catching up on that is what you can see from the sectoral analysis and the heavyweights study of the heavyweights. Right. Now, another positive thing that comes is the foreign institutions continue to buy from the 6th day, 677 crores of buying in the cash happened today. Also, probably profitable by the EAS of 730 crores in the cash market happened today. So, all foreign institutions are pulling money, although it is less, but it's 6th day of continuous buying, which is good. Crude oil is kind of consolidating. Some fall off has happened, still below the 90 levels, of 88 levels actually, and the sideways momentum, which is okay as long as it doesn't spike up again. But in the medium term, it is likely to rise up into the top of the channel, which is closer to the 9500 levels. Right, it's possible, but as of now, it's consolidating after a bounce up has happened. Dollar is where the red thing is. The trouble is there. The rupee 82.96. It's again heading back to the 83 all-time rupee low levels. Is what's heading to use their INR currency level. Dollar index is spiking, rocketing back again with momentum. Still in the sideways, but it could spike up again. Around 13 is what the dollar index is showing. Right, so rupee dollar is skyrocketing, although it is still in the sideways after the small pullback that happened last few days basically. Right, so that's the trouble. The dollar spiking up and the rupee getting weaker and weaker, in spite of the central bank interventions. All has fallen off and then further falling down from support zone from where it just slipped off earlier, and it's in the bearish zones. SGX is red as of now. US DAX is also, Dow Jones is showing minus 200 red. So this we'll have to see the pre-market SGX and the US indices has to be seen. Remember that there is weakness. It had rallied. The US indices had rallied and hit the resistance zone, especially the Dow, and now it is a red again. The 2 days of falling, and S&P 500 and Nasdaq is even more weaker than the Dow. So there is weakness coming back in after some bounce that happened in the last week. Right, so you have to be cautious if there is big moves that happen there. Again, calling if it is falling big down from where it had rallied up, and then now markets also would fall in. Remember, US markets will only reflect after 1 day of the news. So yesterday the Fed rate was hiked to 0.75, so that is interest rate hike is not good news for the market, but it was as expected. So market did not react too badly, but US market obviously reacted with the and it's a continuation of that is what we'll have to assume, right? So as long as big moves are not happening, should be it's okay. But today also we are seeing another red big like 500 plus another on the Dow means then we are heading back to where we were, right? And definitely our markets also could show the implications, to some extent, right? So Fed-driven reactions are there. That volatility continues to be there. Jobless data is unemployment rate and all that is coming tomorrow and after. So all that volatility can be there in the Fyers buying and all that now markets as well, right? So stock picks, two stock picks. State Bank of India showing good Opportunities in the swing trades alongside Bharti Airtel. So let's quickly see that. Bharti Airtel is showing. It had a rectangle pattern and it was breaking out, and no. So if you see the weekly charts, will be more clear. It was consolidating for a very long time, and now it is breaking out, and it could give very good risk reward. And stop loss has to be at the bottom at 758, 59. That level, so the neckline of the breakout of the rectangular box pattern. Now, State Bank of India is the banking index is breaking out, and definitely, it can give very good swing opportunities in the State Bank of India. It is. If you look at the charts, it is in the bull zones, and it is in a parallel channel that has been there since a long time respected, and now it is on the up move towards the channel top, so that should give very good risk reward. What is or less, make a note of that. But if you spike that you see, then that will mean that it will be hitting the channel top. So very good risk reward. Momentum is bullish, and trend is also bullish. Indicators ADX and RSI showing that this could give short swing trade opportunities. Beautiful. If the bank is breaking out, this could gain really. So State Bank of India long, push and swing, short-term trade, long Bharti Airtel also long. So after having studied those charts and the patterns and all that, let's summarize and come to a view. The view is moderate bullishness for tomorrow. Why? Because today was a buy on dip that happened. We had a two pro gap up days, 2 days. Market cooled off a little bit. It is necessary for a healthy price action, and that's what happened, and it got bought in. The bulls are there, the people to buy in there. If I are buying since 6 days, exactly what happened, and bang, and finally what happened is that 18k did not it breached the 18k, but managed to close above that. It's very positive, and Nifty and more positive. Even though it held the 18k, it could not move up from the previous place close in the Nifty, but Bank Nifty closed green after having a dip in the morning, right? So after 7 days of red consolidation in the bank, it has finally started moving. Is very again even making it even more positive, right? The expansion of the Bollinger Bands is now confirmed on the bank Nifty also, although it had shown some consolidation signals yesterday on the band. So that is also good. Holding 18k is good. Rising momentum trend indicators bullish price action above moving average. Fixed call of institutional buying, PCR, all these options on interest rate, all these are in favor of the bulls. That's the reason why the market will remains to be chartically moderately bullish for the next day. US markets are weak even out of that. I told you earlier that also. BOP is also weak. Very weak all-time levels, 83 it is heading towards, and dollar rockets like anything. So although the VIX has cooled off to 60, it's good for trading under it. Once again, if it spikes above 20, stay out of the trade or cut short your position size. Okay? Risk management is in our hands. Levels to look out on the upside is 18350, where we get a confirmation on the breakout. All levels downside 16650, 500, that kind of zones will have a good support on the downside. Okay? So 42 closing above would be confirmation on the upside of Bank Nifty, and 37,000 below would be good supports. Right? So that's it. Protect your capital, and then my view for the next day remains to be moderate bullish. Right? We are at a crucial zone. Anything could happen. This breakout may fail, and we may start falling once again. That's possible, right? So this is the end of the week. The weekly candle gets formed tomorrow. We'll have more clarity. Right? Tomorrow, the weekly candles will tell whether we are going to consolidate, or are we going to break out this time, or are we going to fall into the resistance once again, just like before. That or something else. We'll get more clarity in the coming days. That's the view. So if this video has helped you in some way in framing your view for the next day and influenced your trading plans in some way, from the educational perspective, if it helped you to understand the charts better or anything of that sort, please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and consider sharing it to maximum. We have very few subscriptions. Appreciate the help in this regard. Put in your comments and consider hitting the like button as well. Happy trading, happy learning. Bye bye.